everyone, it's Connie. Today I was planning on doing my nightly routine, but I can't because I had to take way too many medications and I don't want to show those on video. So when I wake up in the morning, I'll do my morning routine, but my shorts keep rolling up and I'm not positive as to why. So today I'm going to do when I went into the hospital for my it wasn't my very first surgery. First I had my ear tube put in, and then second I had my all 4 wisdom teeth removed at the same time, and then, when I had the mass removed off of my heart, that was the very first time I had ever spent the night in the hospital. When I went in, they had my surgery scheduled for, I think it was like 10:30. They had my surgery scheduled for either 9:30 or 10:30, and we showed up at 7 a.m. so that we could get everything done. They were going to do, before they got me ready for surgery, they were going to do my x-rays. They had to do, I think it was an MRI that they had to do, and then they had to draw blood. Because I didn't want to do that on a separate day, because I literally scheduled my my surgery for a couple weeks out, and that's all I did. I only had a 2 or 3 week notice. There's another ice cream truck. That ice cream guy's gonna get boom. Go away! They're always taunting me. They're sitting right outside the house. But when I went into the hospital, they did my x-rays. MRI, I think it might have been an MRI, maybe not. I could be wrong on that one, but I know for sure they did do x-rays and pull blood or draw blood because they had to do testing. They wanted a full-blown pregnancy test. They wanted to check my sugar. They did all kinds of stuff before I went into surgery, which is a bunch of stuff that I have never had happen to me before. And then they gave me that, whenever they took me back to pre-op, they got me out of my street clothes and put me in a gown. I had a cap that I had to wear. I had socks I had to wear. And I had, they had connected me to the heart monitor. And then my family came back and seen me. And we said goodbye, and they said, I'll be here whenever you get out. Well, when I got back into surgery, or whenever they took me, about 10 minutes before they took me to surgery, they put some kind of medication in me, and it just, I went loopy. The people were being serious with me, and I was just sitting there giggling. And I don't know why, I don't know what they gave me, but I was just like, I was so nervous about the surgery. And they said they gave me something to calm me down, but it just made me giggle. My aunt told me that whenever I left the room, she goes, I said I love you, and you just, roll me in the clover, roll me in the clover. I don't know. It was just funny. It was really funny. I wish they would have recorded it because I don't remember it. I also, once I got back in surgery, they put the mask on me and they go count backwards from 100. The last thing I remember is I went 100. 99, 98, back I went, and I was asleep. evidently while they were in surgery, they capped me. Yeah, they capped me. And then they put an IV right into my artery to watch my blood pressure. Oh God, I thank God I was not awake for that, because I would have been flipping out. Also, whenever I got out of surgery, my wristbands were changed from this wrist over to this wrist. And my IV was no longer in my arm here. It was in the back of my hand here. They also said they had a failed attempt in this part of my arm and a failed attempt in the back of my wrist, in the back of my right hand. They said the way they were going to do it, supposedly, was if they couldn't get a good enough vein in either of my arms or the back of my hand, they were going to go through either my, I don't know if it was my foot or my neck, or what they were going to do. All I know is if you do an IV in my neck, that's going to be so painful. And then when I got out of surgery, they put me in the recovery room. It was about a half an hour. I don't know. The nurse said it was a half an hour to an hour after I got out of surgery that I started waking up. The only pain I felt when I woke up, they had a chest tube in me right here because they had to deflate my right lung. I can't show you the scars, but there's a scar here. Hold on. There's a scar here, here, and here. I have 4 of them. When I actually just went to see my new doctor, I had asked him the very first time I was in there, I had asked him because something got caught on one of the incisions and it ripped it open. Well, the stitch started falling out. So when I went to go see him, he goes, "Are you going to see your heart doctor anymore?" And I told him no. And he goes, "All right, well, I'll cut this one out, but I'm not going to do it to any other ones." So he cut that stitch. But when I got out of surgery and I started waking up into the in the recovery room, I told them, I kept saying, my shoulder hurts. Like, I was bawling my eyes out. I have never been in that much pain in my entire life. And it was this shoulder. And I don't know, they never told me why. I guess they said, the nurse, whenever I got upstairs into my room, told me that they had me like this for 6 hours. Why was I in surgery that long? I don't know. Well, no, not 6 hours. I'm sorry. It was 6 hours in total that I was in operating and the operating room and the and recovery. It was 6 hours altogether. I don't know, but they had my arm up like that, and that was the only pain. That was the only pain that I felt after my surgery. When I was in recovery and I started waking up, there was a guy standing there watching me. I guess he was a nurse. He was, he started saying my name and started talking to me, and I started crying, and he goes, "What's wrong?" I said, "My shoulder hurts." And I'm just bawling my eyes out like a baby. My shoulder hurt. I kept telling him, I need something for this pain. He'd give it to me. It'd kick in. It'd only kick in for a little bit, and I'd start to fall back asleep. And then the pain would go woof right up into the ceiling. And I kept telling him, my shoulder hurts, my shoulder hurts. And he goes, "Well, we've given you all the pain medicine that we can give you for right now. Wait about 4 hours, and you can have some more." I said, "What?" "No, I need pain medicine now." And then he just ignored me, and I went upstairs to get in my room, and when they put me in my room, they had asked me, "You're awake. Do you want to slide across on your bed instead of us picking you up?" He goes, "It'll probably be more comfortable and it'll be a lot easier for us." Well, me being an idiot, I said yes. There was a gap probably about that big between the bed that they had me on after operating on me and the bed that I was going to stay in for the next 4 days. So they got me in that bed, and as I was moving, I was kind of like inching over, like how you slide over. I was sliding myself, and any time like I'd go like this on my right shoulder, I just bawl. I'd bawl my eyes out. They kept asking me, "Constance, what is wrong?" "My flippin' shoulder hurts." Evidently, they could hear me all the way down the hallway screaming because it hurt so bad. I swear it to everybody right now. I have never been in that much pain. My incisions didn't even hurt. Well, they did whenever I ripped one back open, but that was on accident. It hurt a little bit, but it still was not as bad as my shoulder pain. I am still having issues with my shoulder, and it has been almost 3 months. March, April, May. Yeah, it's been a little, either 3 months or a little over 3 months since I've had that surgery, and I still have issues with my shoulder. I stayed in the hospital my surgery was on Monday. I stayed in there Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night. I got released on Friday. And when I was in my room, the nurses would come and see me, and they'd be like, "How's your pain level?" And I'd tell them, depending upon how bad my pain level was, it was usually between a 5 and a 7. Sometimes it was an 8. But when she gave me pain medicine, it went down. And after the pain medicine kicked in, she'd ask me, "Well, how's your pain now?" Well, it's a lot better. But when she asked me, "Okay, where's your pain?" the only place I ever said I had pain was my shoulder.